Kellyanne Conway's daughter, Claudia Conway, is explaining her big Sweet 16 birthday bash and in the process, attacking me. We've got all the details. I'm Perez Hilton.
I'm Gianna Rosenberg.
I'm Gabby Conti, and this is Live with Perez Hilton. So yes, Claudia Conway, influencer and 16-year-old daughter to Kellyanne Conway, formal counsel to the President Trump, had a Halloween-themed birthday party over the weekend, or maybe it was not Halloween-themed, that's to be debated, in New Jersey. Videos and pictures of this large gathering surfaced shortly after, showing Claudia, her mother, and guests all not wearing masks. So this is very concerning since both Claudia and Kellyanne had COVID earlier this month. In fact, Kellyanne says she got the virus from the president. The Conways received a ton of backlash for this blowout. So Claudia posted a 6-part apology, or I guess explanation about her party, saying the event didn't go as planned, claiming that they took a ton of safety precautions. Someone put her address on Snapchat. People started showing up without masks, turning what was supposed to be a small gathering into the big rowdy event we saw on social media, to the point that they kicked everyone out. And now, Perez, story. So can you tell us what is going on with this, with your coverage, and how Claudia came at you?
Yes. So in her 6-part apology on TikTok, she shared many untruths, lies, and even drug in Bryce Hall,
Yes.
alluding to the Bryce Hall situation as if she's better than him. No. The thing that should be noted and restated also, she's 16, okay? I am not coming for her. I am just reporting. And if I do share opinions, it is gently. Okay, I am mindful of her age. She is just 16. She chose to become an influencer. She did not choose to be the daughter of Kellyanne Conway and George Conway. She could have kept her social media private, but she didn't. She started to get attention, and she capitalized off of that and started making videos that would get news. And she started talking to the media, to the point where Kellyanne Conway took to Twitter to tell journalists to stop contacting her teenage daughter. So I just need to reiterate that she is an influencer just like everybody else that we talk about. There's no difference. So she claimed in this party that in the videos that she made that her party was crashed. Well, I saw multiple videos and photos from her party that contradict what she said, because she said at a point that it started to become unrowdy and people showed up, there were bouncers that kicked people out. Well, before that happened, the party was already ginormous. And she failed to take any accountability in her 6-part explanation. She didn't apologize. She felt instead, I've got to actually not take accountability because I need to prove to everybody that I was not in the wrong because everybody's currently seeing me as a fraud. But she did the same thing that she's called out other influencers for, and she did the same thing that she criticized those that crashed her party, allegedly. Meaning, I saw tons of photos and videos from her party, and she was not wearing a mask, nor was she social distancing. She was next to people, taking photos with them. If you're going to have an outdoor party, okay, you should still wear a mask when there's a large gathering, and you should still social distance. She didn't do any of those things. Then, after all the backlash that she got, she made a video that she posted on TikTok to just her friends. It should be noted that she has over 1,300 friends on TikTok, many of whom are journalists.
Like yourself?
Well, I thought we were friends actually, but I'm not sure, so I don't want to claim that.
Okay.
I do think she was following me and then unfollowed me.
Yeah, no.
But I have 3 children and 2 young daughters. When my kids are older, I will train them and let them know that you are a public figure or the child of a public figure. An influencer is a public figure. You have very little to almost no expectation of privacy. If you post a video to 1,300 people, including journalists, that's gonna get out there. So after the backlash, she posted this video where, trigger warning, talking about sensitive matter right now. She expressed possibly could be interpreted as suicidal thoughts, which she did confirm then in her 6-part apology video, or in another video, that she was having those thoughts. To me, that was newsworthy, and I felt it was important and relevant to share. She is an influencer. She's also somebody that the mainstream media talks about regularly. And what I find very ironic, and we might even be seeing right now in the Hollywire comments, I read everything. It's my job to be plugged in. There was this Instagram account, TikTok Room, that did multiple posts about this. They posted Claudia's videos. They posted her video attacking me. They posted my response. Her video attacking me, she criticized me for posting that video that she uploaded to friends only, her almost 1,400 friends. And a lot of people in the TikTok Room comments were attacking me, which I just find hilarious, because you're leaving a comment on a T page. You do know what they do, right? And you do know what I do, right? And they do that all the time. They publish, the TikTok Room and others like TikTok Insiders, shout out to them, I like that page too. They consistently leak private videos. This is a warning for anybody, really. There is no such thing as privacy. Even if you have a private Facebook page, if you're an adult and you say something racist on your private Facebook page, you could get fired from your job for that. And I did not editorialize or give my opinion whatsoever. I posted that video that Claudia shared, and all I did was state the facts. I wrote, Claudia Conway.
Oh, here, I have it right here. You said, after her big birthday party this weekend, hashtag Kellyanne Conway's daughter, hashtag Claudia Conway, posted and deleted this video on TikTok.
That's
and
it.
then, and she came at you saying you were making fun of her,
Which
you
I wasn't.
weren't. You were just following the story.
Yeah.
So Jana, what do you think about all this?
I just was taking it all in, you guys. It was nice.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Story.
And it was really nice to hear Perez's side of the story, like in person, because you're so right. Like online, nothing is private, no matter who you are. But as an influencer, I feel like these influencers need to take responsibility in the fact that everything they do, right or wrong, is going to be talked about, especially the wrong. Having this party, no matter how safe you were, no matter what masks were on the table, no matter if you didn't mean for your address to be leaked, you are having a party during a global pandemic. That is not, in general, setting a good example, And I just feel like not only that, but I know it's her Sweet 16. And again, that it's a hard time for kids turning 16, people turning 21. Like, I totally get it. But I just feel like with any kind of influence, power, or fame, you should be setting an example. And all in all, this was not the right example to set. And that's the issue. And I do feel like, Perez, you're also correct in the fact that TikTok Room, TikTok Insider, the only difference is, and the reason why people come back and I think shade you or get upset is because it's your face and it's your human that comes with it. While these other accounts, like, there's no one to kind of punch at,
Yeah.
So that was just a very interesting point you brought up. But, all in all, I think the bottom line is if you're a celebrity or influencer, stop having parties, stop traveling and posting about it. That's just what it is. I mean, also all people in general, but especially as a celebrity, people are going to talk about it. You're going to get backlash. So,
I took her at her word when she expressed that she is struggling with mental health. I did think about what I did before I posted it. Her parents may not have seen that video. And yes, there are those that might think she's lying. There are those that might think she's acting just to get attention. I don't think sharing that video could have harmed her. If anything, I think sharing that video would have, and hopefully could help her. That might be what pushes her parents to force her to get help, take drastic changes in how they are parenting her. Because as a parent, I would have done a lot prior to even this happening. Like, it still boggles my mind that they are letting her keep a phone. And in that 6-part apology, she said she was going to take a break from social media. She didn't. She kept posting after that and commenting on my videos on my page. I think a break would be good for her. She only just turned 16 less than a week ago,
So
and
young.
she is expressing really dark thoughts. She, even if it's not being in a facility where she is stuck there for a few months or a month or a few weeks, even if it's just very intense therapy with her family, something needs to be done.
Well, there was a similar thing with the Outer Banks community where a fan had tweeted the TV show. So they have a very intense fan base on Twitter, and a fan had tweeted something that was read like a suicide tweet, and the whole Outer Banks community found this person and got help. So, I think that we do have to treat these depressing thoughts as serious, because there are people that is their cry for help. So how do you know that?
Yeah. And I not once invalidated her thoughts, nor thought she was lying. Even if people, may have their own opinions, I genuinely wish her well. And what she's also experiencing is not just being in a family that's clearly dysfunctional, but she's also learning in the public eye to deal with now being an influencer that's known by people. She went from the beginning of 2020 being an unknown to now the end of 2020 having the mainstream media talk about her regularly, having almost 2 million followers on TikTok and hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram and Twitter and on Snapchat as well. So that's a hard adjustment for people. And also, when I was doing book promo for my new memoir, I look back at the first few years of my career and the influencers of the day, which were traditional celebrities like Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, Britney Spears, Nicole Richie, Kim Kardashian. And I told the media in a bunch of interviews, we were all drug addicts. And attention was our drug. I'm not saying in this instance, this is what happened with Kellyanne Conway's daughter, but she has been getting a lot of attention over the last few months, and attention is addictive. I, in the past, and all of these girls were just jonesing for that next hit. And then you start trying to be crazier and more, or we see it with Bryce Hall, we see it with so many people. You want to be talked about when you're an influencer. You need to be talked about when you're an influencer.
And look at their role models. Their role models are the Kardashians, who you can really compare what's happening with the Kardashians right now, going to a private island to celebrate Kim's 40th birthday. That's no different than this party.
I mean, I'm not going to defend her, but I do believe that because she could afford it, Kim did really amp up the safety measures as much as possible, meaning she asked all of her guests to quarantine for 2 weeks prior to her big island getaway in French Polynesia at the Brando estate. She also then, I'm sure, had multiple testing during this 2-week quarantine. The day before, when they got there, she could afford to test everybody every single day. So I wasn't concerned with anybody there actually getting or spreading COVID. It was more the larger picture of it all. And we've seen with the response that the general public has had to Kim's party, and that the general public has had to Claudia's party. That was also a joint party with her father, George. It felt tone deaf, and Claudia is privileged. She is the child of two prominent people, one that was until very recently a very public figure, and was born into a wealthy family. She is privileged. She has access to healthcare and a lot of things that most other people don't. And she made herself such an advocate and a woke-tivist, some would say. So now, a lot of people feel disappointed in her, but I'll reiterate what I said at the very beginning. She's just turned 16.
Right.
Okay? She just turned 16.
Yeah. And it sounds like she could use the help. She could use the help of seeing someone, talking to someone, because also that has to be an immense pressure. Granted, yes, she did make herself a public figure, but navigating that and learning what to put and what not to put on the internet. It's a lot.
Interesting to me too, because I feel her dad kind of had this party with her, and as someone who's been a public figure for so long and such, a well-known politician, both her parents, I'm a little confused why they let this happen and why they didn't tell her that like this, maybe sure, let it happen, Sweet 16, or figure out a way you can celebrate your Sweet 16, but not put it on the internet, not put social media story posts up of you and the outfit you chose to wear to your party. You know what I mean?
It was weird, by the way.
Yeah.
It was October the 24th in New Jersey, and her outfit was a bikini.
Yeah, and so that's why we were like, was it a Halloween themed party?
Right.
Also, like,
I mean, she could have been Barbie.
But also, I didn't see enough heat lamps there. I'm like also concerned for her
Yeah.
and the temperatures. If she just is recovering from
Yeah.
COVID, I mean, come on.
They don't think that the rules apply to them.
Right.
They are better than the rules. And at the end of the day, Claudia Conway is her mother's daughter. They might disagree on Donald Trump, but they're probably more similar than they're not.
Yeah. Yeah, true. I also think as a 16-year-old getting probably a lot of hate for her mom working under President Trump, I feel like she maybe felt pressure to almost like overdo her hatred for him. Do you know what I mean? Because I think 16, you're really young. She probably, I don't know, at 16, to be honest, I was not very educated on politics and what's going on. And I feel like she probably felt a little pressure to like stick up for herself and get very involved in social media and become that influencer kind of in defense, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we have a very interesting comment that I just want to address before we wrap this up, which is a question. Should we ban social media for kids who are under the age of 18? So that would fall. So Claudia would be part of this ban. What do you think, Perez?
No, because kids will lie. There's no way for TikTok or Instagram to really, I mean, actually there is, they could require an ID, a driver's license to join. Yes, they should. They should. You need a driver's license to use it. I think it's unhealthy. I mean, even recently, like with my kids and learning from home and the computer, it's addictive and unhealthy, I think. But then again, I'm going to change my mind. No, because I don't know. I think it's the world we live in, and why not? You know?
Well, guys, let us know what you think. Should they ban social media for people under the age of 18? And what do you think about this whole Claudia Conway debacle? Let us know.
I'm Perez Hilton.
I'm Jana Rosenberg.
And follow us at Hollywire for your 24/7 celebrity news.